Hello, everyone, and welcome to Online American Government with Mr. Notsky. I am Mr. Notsky, and I will again be your online teacher this year. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you during our first couple weeks together as we dive into American government and learn more about our society in which we live in and the process in which we organize and make decisions for the benefit of our nation. A little bit more about me before we get started. I am a Naperville Townie, which means I've been here pretty much my whole life. I moved to Naperville when I was 6 years old. I grew up on the far kind of eastern side of Naperville, kind of by Worley and 75th Street, back in that way. My family still lives in that area to this very day. I attended Bethany Lutheran School on Modaff Road until I was in 8th grade, and then I went on to Naperville Central. In junior high, I pretty much tried just about everything. If you can think about, if you name it, I probably have tried it. For example, I played volleyball, I was in a musical, I ran track, I threw the shot put, I played basketball. I was 5'9" in like 7th grade, so I was tall, and then I've been 5'9" ever since, so not so tall anymore. But I really enjoyed getting to try a lot of different sports and activities in my junior high days. Moving on, I hit Naperville Central, where I served on the student council. I know you're shocked, right? The government teacher is on student government. Yeah, I know. But I really loved it. I had a good time doing that. I was class president a few years at Naperville Central, gave some speeches, was very nervous. Very hard. Time speaking to lots of people. Ugh. I've gotten better at it, but it was not, boy, did I make some doozies when I come to pronunciating names. I played rugby at Naperville Central, and I played football for all 4 years, playing on the offensive line. Then I went to my beloved Hope College. Hope College. I love Hope College. You'll hear me go off in Hope College a lot of times. It's in Holland, Michigan. For those of you who don't know, put your hand up, and that's what Michigan people do in Holland's right over here, near Grand Rapids. And that's where I went for 4 years, where I studied history and political science. And enjoyed a lot of sports again, such as I played college football. Actually, over here, there I am. I'll hold you up to the camera. Whoa, focus. Ooh, light glare. Lots of glare. Maybe too much. Oh, yep. There we go. Yeah, there I am doing my goodbye tunnel, my last year of college football, but that's pretty tight. I had such a good time doing that. I also did Young Life. And I studied abroad in college as well, in Vienna, Austria, which was just fantastic time. Really enjoyed it. And really got to be on my own for 6 weeks studying art history and the early modern history. Well, when I got out of college, I came back to Naperville, and it was a big recession, and yeah, you guessed it, nothing really went well finding a teaching job, so I lived with my parents for a few years. I subbed at Lincoln Junior High, Washington Junior High, Madison Junior High, and Naperville Central, before finally ending at my current home and where I currently teach Naperville North High School. If you would come to Naperville North High School today, you'd find me teaching American government, online American government, blended American government, economics, medieval history, and every once in a while I will teach U.S. history. So I teach a lot of different stuff. But my other big job in my school is I am a techie teacher. As you can guess, I teach online and I'm techie based. That's because I got a master's in educational technology, and I'm probably going to pursue a second master's in online and blended instruction, all from Concordia University. So I love all the gadgets and technology, trying to help students learn better through the devices, so that I am not the, as they say, the sage on the stage, but I'm actually helping you learn more through the world around you. So I've served in a lot of tech jobs throughout my teaching job at Naperville North and in District 203. Okay, some other things about me. I just recently got married. There's my wedding ring right there. Yep, still looking good. Both my wife and I are both teachers in Naperville District 203. She teaches at Kingsley Elementary School, teaching in the 3rd and 4th grade levels, depending on the year. And we have a lovely dog, which he'll probably make an appearance in some of the pictures I'll send you or some videos. He's a Neapolitan Mastiff, which means he's like 140-ish, maybe 145 now. You've seen Harry Potter, the dog of its fame. He's big, he's got the droopy face, and he drools, and just such a love bug, but he just really is an interesting character there. All right, so let's see, anything else about me? Oh, yes, I also coach football at Neighborhood North, and I sponsor the Youth and Government Club. So if you do youth and government at Matea, Wabanzi, Nequa, Wheaton South, I don't think Wheaton North, you guys do not have it yet, but you'll run into me at our pre-ledges and at Springfield, so I do sponsor that club too. I think that's me in a nutshell. And right now I'm actually recording from my home office, where my wife and I live. We are currently in the Aurora area. Someday we'll make the trip back to the Ville, but for now we're there. I'm up in my office. You can see up there I got some of my football helmets and my history library. I collect books from all my museums. Then also on the wall are a bunch of my Hope College football letters and we won our conference twice in college, so I've got both of my championship posters up and some of my athletic awards from college. Also, you can see one of my Cubs hats. I'm a huge Cub fan, so I'm feeling really good right now because we're going to see what happens. All right, so let's talk about our course a little bit. Let's give you some information. First off, the course is going to be set in a 1 week at a time pacing system, which means you can't like trailblaze ahead and you can't fall behind. You gotta kind of stay with us in the 1 week period. So what does that mean? Well, I'm gonna go Tuesday to Tuesday. I've tried other dates in the past, but I think this is gonna be the best for us. So that means every Tuesday at 6 a.m., all the work is due from the following week. And the next week's material will unlock for you at that time. So that gives you a 7-day period in which to accomplish the tasks laid out for the week. Sometimes we'll have group work assigned. Sometimes we'll have discussion posts. Sometimes we'll have readings. Well, we always have readings and videos. But we'll have a variety of activities. But everything is always during the Tuesday to Tuesday due date system. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about holidays? We don't pause for holidays in online government. In other words, if your school is off for a day or two, online eLo keeps trucking. When it comes to like Thanksgiving, Labor Day, Veterans Day, all sorts of election day. Some schools close on election day for voting. eLo will still have stuff due that day. So always expect work due on Tuesday unless you hear otherwise directly from me. Speaking of me, the best way to communicate with me is with your eLo inbox tool or your eLo messenger. I will respond to those as fast as I can. I have it on my cell phone, actually. I get like a text message every time I get a message from eLo. And I will do my best, depending on my life. I could be, doing something. If I'm coaching, that's also I won't get back to right away. And some weeknights, just it's not going to work out. But I'll do my very best. Usually, you'll hear from me within 24 hours, 48 hours tops. That could be I was out of school for a day doing something. But most of the time, within 24 hours, you'll hear from me. Weekends could be a little slower, but again, I will do my best to get back to you. Some other things about our course that you would probably want to know. We have 5-unit tests. The tests will be given at the end of each of our time together of our set weekly units, or I'm sorry, 2 to 4 week units. The tests are going to be timed. I think you caught that in the syllabus. Whoops, that's my phone going off here. Actually, it's a train whistle because one of my big hobbies, if you read my bio, model trains. Anywho, so we've got some. What was that? Oh, it's this thing. Yeah, we have our 5-unit tests. They're timed, and you can't go back. So once I enter a question on it, I'm done. Question's locked out. All right. So those are going to be weighted the heaviest in our class, and there's also 5 short answer questions that go along with them. All right. Those are worth about 35% of our grade. All right. So those are the major assessments. Then we also have the formative work, or like the daily work. That's like 20% of your grade, or 25% of your grade. So that's kind of like doing discussion posts, taking in the weekly check-in quizzes for understanding, checking your understanding of some assignments, turning in picture notes, or creating an online activity. All that will count in that category. And then another category is called major assignments. There's like 6 or so, 5 to 6, not a whole lot, major assignments. They're labeled major assignments, and I will tell you about them in ahead of time. But major assignments are going to include things that require a little more time and definitely you to analyze, think, and apply some skills. But those are weighted 20% of your grade. So there's like 6 assignments in there. If you don't do one of those, that's a doozy for you. Or if you turn one of those late, that's also a problem. So don't do that. Speaking of late, what is the late work policy in eLo? Well, one of our big things is don't fall behind, because we want us to be together. And it's very hard to do an online course if you're not with the class. I'm not going to lie. There was a time in my life when I took an online course in which I did the whole thing in 4 days. Yeah, that earth science is not really with me right now. So we purposely designed eLo not to operate like that. So if you miss a deadline, you have a 1 week grace period to turn in missing work for up to 50% of your grade. Once that's done, the following week everything is locked, and that's it. And then when you turn in late, it's half credit, but it's still better than nothing. Now, tests are the one exception. Tests only have a 2-day grace period because tests are a big deal. We don't want you taking a test a week behind because you're already way behind in another unit. So tests only have a 2-day late period, and everything is done. So please don't have late work. Should something come up, tell me. Right? I'm very approachable about things. So it's better to over communicate than under communicate. So if there's a problem that you know about, just let me know and we'll work through it. Do you have surgery? Do you have a unscheduled trip? Are you going on a soccer tournament for a weekend? The more you communicate with me in advance, the easier it is for me to help you stay on track and accomplish our goals. All right. What other things should we talk about our course? We've talked about the unlocking system. We've talked about how to message me. We've also talked about how our grades are going to be. Some advice. Make sure you carve out a set amount of time each week for your online course. What often happens to people is they wait till Monday or Sunday, and then they're trying to cram a whole lot of information into the set period of time. For example, a lot of your discussion posts require an initial post. I believe right now, at the start of the course, I've set the initial post needs to be done by Saturday night. That gives everybody Sunday and Monday enough time to respond to everyone else. Right? So it's very important that you do make those times during the week. So sometime after Tuesday, Wednesday, you should definitely log in and see the work that you have to do, and then maybe pick a time one of those days to kind of get started on that week's work. That's definitely one of your things to focus on. Another thing I recommend is to reach out to me as soon as you're having problems. Unlike a class, I can't look you in the eye and go, oh, you got that look on your face where you're just confused. Can't do that. So I need you to help me and tell me when you need me, and I'm happy to jump in. Right? Those check-in quizzes, those assignments, I will give you lots of feedback there. If something doesn't make sense, let me know, and we'll go from there. All right? Online courses also require you to make sure you use the textbook material. Right? I just finished making the online textbook tutorial. Use all the features in there. They're very helpful. By not using them, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. And I really want you to have all the tools that you can do. Lastly, I hope you enjoy your time in eLo together. This is going to be a great time. We're going to be able to have lots of fun interacting with an election this year. We're going to be able to do things together. I do group assignments. And we're going to have a lot of time to kind of reflect and grow our skills. I knew there was something. There was something new this year that we're doing. It's called digital citizenship. There's an assignment early on in the first week that will kind of introduce the topic to you. And then 5 times throughout the course, you'll be asked to reflect on how you're using this skill in the modern world called digital citizenship through our online course and your courses at your home school. This will count for 5% of your grade. So we are assessing this skill, especially since it's an online course, throughout our time together. Well, I think that's about all the things I can think of right now. I'm looking forward to a great semester with you and looking forward to getting to know, again, every one of you. If you see me around town, like I've met online students at football games, I've met them at the grocery store, feel free to introduce yourself and make sure you put a picture on Canvas so I can put a face to a name. Well, this is Mr. Nofke saying I'll see you online and have a wonderful semester. Take care now.